So, as I've mentioned in a number of videos that I've posted for you guys, at the start of the week, um, if it's not done on a Friday, Saturday, it's done on a Sunday or Monday in Asia. Um, I write a pre-open analysis for the gold price, and what I tend to do is go over what's happened. I usually bring in the prior analysis, and we look at where we're at, but it's generally a top-down analysis, and it brings us down from the higher time frames into the lower time frames, as yesterday's analysis did. For instance, looking at the 4-hour chart, I identified that W formation, the resistance, and the prospects of a move in to test the support area, and that's essentially what we've seen. Um, so, yeah, I would recommend looking at that article when it comes out. Um, and it can be found in the analysis section under latest analysis. And if you just type in gold and my name, it will bring it up. Um, Now then, so at this point, what we've had, just hold on, what we've had is, so we're looking at the 4-hour and the 1 hour. So if we move to the 1 hour, we can see that we had that impulse, and it was moving along sideways. Didn't give us the correction from the off, but we've got it nonetheless, and it's moving into uh, this potential support area. So I'll actually mark that as green. So I'll identify it as support. Okay, so we've got that support area that we're moving into. Now, if this were to fail to act as support, then we're moving lower. But bear in mind, as the article explains, let me just clean up the chart. Let's use a completely different chart altogether. Let's go to a higher time frame, 4-hour. So as we can see, we've got this bearish trend. We've got this nearer term trend that it broke. So this is the bear trend, and this is the nearer term. So we've broken out of that, and we're testing this trend. We're coming back on the inside of that. So we're coming back into towards the support area. Okay. Now, if this were to break lower, if this were to break this candle here, mark that with a circle so you can see it. So if we were to break the lows of that, then the bullish thesis is starting to flip bearish again. So if we were to break that low, so 1960, then the thesis will be that we're still very much on the front side of the bear trend, moving lower. And of course, we've got these lows here, which would determine the bearish bias below 1951, 1950. It's a round number. And if we pull up our longer term charts, then we're looking at a scenario where we're coming in to test that trend line. Okay, and all of that should be explained in that article further up. There you go, the daily chart, and so on. So I encourage you to read that article. I've posted it in the group. And now, on a bullish scenario, if this were to hold, so we've broken that micro old bearish trend, come on to the backside of that trend. If this were to hold, so let's do a scenario where the market holds support, comes back up to test these highs, then we're starting to build a bullish thesis. Get through that resistance, then we're looking for a move up into the shorts, and back up into the 2000s. You just start marking up your highs as potential targets. Just doing that with a broad brush. These levels are not should not be used as definite swing, because I haven't pulled up the magnet. But there you go. Okay, let's try and get some more precise targets on the upside. So I'm just pulling up the swing points, really. Levels of significance. There you go. I think they've drawn better now. But for the near term, we're looking for this support area to hold. These are the levels of support that we want to see holding. And if you were to really drill down to the lower time frames, then these are pretty key levels on the downside. So I'll leave that up like that. So you can see the levels, downside, upside, support zone, resistance zone, major trend line, and that's about all we have on gold for the moment.